All right. Well, the weather has sure taken a change. It is wet and cold. It's raining so much. I'm surprised the streets aren't flooding yet, but I guess there's not enough leaves filling up the drains. Um, First, I want to give a shout out to my brother. He has a YouTube channel, and I'll put a link below this video. Um, he just posts whatever, he goes on outings with his kids and talks about music, talks about stuff. But he's been doing a film series where he's talking about all of the sci-fi movies mentioned in Rocky Horror Picture Show in detail, and they're really complete and informative. Complete, is that the right word? They're informative because his knowledge is through the roof when it comes to horror movies and sci-fi. Growing up, I I guess sci-fi and horror movies weren't as much on my radar. I think music was more, for sure. So we shared a lot of the same tastes in music, going out, finding music, and building our music collection. But Bruce, his knowledge in horror and film, like he would, buy Monster magazines and Fangoria every month, and he knew about every movie that was coming out. He was the first person that I knew of back then that bought a Betamax player. And this is before VHS was really even affordable. So we had a Betamax in our house, and Bruce would get like everything from like the Reanimator to like Evil Dead. Well, Evil Dead may have been a little bit later, but I mean, all like just so much crazy horror stuff. I liked the stuff like Reanimator. That was awesome. What else, man? There's so many killer movies, but there's a lot of stuff that he would get on Betamax, like Decline of the Western Civilization. First saw that, I think that was on Betamax. Um, Bruce, if you have your collection of Betamax tapes, you should bust them out and do a go through them. That would be interesting. I know you might not at this point. They could be long gone, but if you do, it would be interesting. Um, but yeah, lots of interesting stuff. But his knowledge is at now, he's like 4 years older than I am, is so in depth. I am completely blown away. I mean, I know a lot about sci-fi and horror, partly because of Bruce. In a sense, I may have not been as much into it if he didn't introduce me to a lot of weird movies. I've kind of gone, like, my interest now is more like I really love. I don't know all the directors. I really love John Waters. I love John Waters stuff. I like stuff that's like um, kind of low budget but well done. I was just watching like I forget this. There's a Lydia Lunch film that's like crazy, but it's kind of along the same lines as like a John Waters film. Um, but some of that weird like New York stuff, and of course like early Jarmusch. Um, yeah, my film knowledge is not anywhere that um, that that well remembered. But my brother's knowledge is amazing, and you guys should go check out his channel. And I'll put a link to, he talks about Forbidden Planet. It's really good. That's a great film. I only just saw that like a few months ago for the first time. But I think he's going to be doing more films coming up. I know there's a few more for the Rocky Horror or Perky Horror picture show, and then if he continues that, there'll be, who knows where that's going to go. So there's that. Myself and a friend are going to go back to Fort Warden, Artillery Hill, and we're going to walk through the bunkers. Now, I had posted that video, that weird voice, that ghost voice, and I know, you know, some of you may have thought I added that in the video. I did not. Even that I do add in, like, voices, you know, voices, and I change the pitch on stuff. I did not in that Artillery Hill video. That ghost video that I posted from Fort Warden. That is real, and it's freaking freaky to listen to that. But we're going to go back, and we're going to walk through with cameras, and I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to talk to whatever is there. And there's stories. There's stories like for years and years of weird paranormal shit on Artillery Hill and below at the bunkers below too. So we're gonna make a vacation out of it coming up in a couple weeks, or actually a week. Also, the band I play drums and sing in, we're gonna go record some songs, and whenever that is done, I'll let you know. Anything else I can think of? No. Yeah, nothing really that exciting other than that. Check out my brother's channel. His knowledge in films and horror movies. He turned me on to this movie called Mandy. It's probably not easy to find. It's the same guy that did another movie called Beyond the Black Rainbow. That director's amazing. Both of those movies are freaking like mind-blowing in my opinion. But yeah, so Bruce knows about weird stuff like that. That's super cool. Anyway, all right. Thanks, you guys. Bye.